After only appearing briefly, the world was in an uproar. Taehyung came without saying much, but his presence immediately made headlines. How can one photo make the world excited? And why did ARMY immediately stir up just because of one sudden appearance? Let's discuss everything thoroughly and to the root. Taehyung, better known as V from BTS, is more than just an idol. He's a global phenomenon whose presence can rock social media timelines in seconds. And this time, with no cue, no teaser, no signal whatsoever, Taehyung suddenly appeared in public. And as you can guess, ARMY went crazy. Taehyung's sudden appearance happened in the middle of his military service. A photo released by the military, or perhaps even just a leak from an insider, immediately went viral around the world. In the photo, Taehyung looks dashing in his military uniform, a strapping posture, a stern face, but still with his signature elegant aura. It looked ordinary at first glance, but to fans it was more than just a picture. It's a marker. He's fine, he's doing his duty, and he's still the Taehyung they adore. Theoretically speaking, this is a perfect example of the phenomenon of celebrity as a symbol of collective identity. In media studies, there is a concept called parasocial interaction, a one-sided relationship between the public and a public figure where one feels close and emotionally attached to the celebrity despite never actually interacting in person. Taehyung is a strong representation of this phenomenon. Every little movement from him can create huge emotional waves in the global ARMY community. And it's not just about emotions. There's also the mass communication aspect that comes into play. As soon as the photo appeared, the speed of its distribution showed how strong and solid ARMY's worldwide information network is. It's a kind of real-time media explosion where content is widespread even before the mainstream media has a chance to make news. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and even specialized forums like Weverse and Reddit were instantly filled with analysis, responses, and expressions of longing from fans. What's interesting is how Taehyung's visuals in the photo became the object of collective interpretation. Some fans discussed the look in his eyes, as if there was a hidden message. Others focused on his posture, comparing it to his old poses when he was still actively promoting. And not a few highlighted her facial expressions that looked more mature, more assertive, as if the military had really shaped a new side of her. We can also look at it from a social psychology perspective. When a public figure like Taehyung makes a sudden appearance, fans' brains experience an emotional spike. This is a sudden surge of emotion that can trigger a variety of reactions, from tears of emotion to spontaneous screams to an explosion of fan art or fanfiction content. Our brains work quickly to process unexpected information, especially if it's related to someone we have a strong emotional bond with. However, more than just reactions, these appearances also have symbolic meaning. For many ARMYs, it's a reminder that Taehyung is still there. He may be serving his country, but his identity as an artist, as an idol, and as part of BTS lives on even stronger. One photo can be an emotional bridge between the past and the future. The past where he performed on stage with his signature blue hair and soft voice. The future where he will return, perhaps with a deeper, more mature, more imprinted experience and aura. This phenomenon also strengthens BTS' position as an irreplaceable cultural entity. Because let's face it, there aren't many groups or artists who can create cultural shock from just one simple portrait. Even during their military service, BTS and Taehyung in particular still managed to become a major topic in various international media. It's no longer about fame, but about global cultural influence. For those of you who have followed BTS from the beginning, you'll understand why this is so special. Taehyung isn't just a member of the group. He has a unique charm, from the way he speaks to the way he dresses to his sometimes unpredictable facial expressions. He can be sweet, he can be mysterious, he can look cold but still touch the heart. And now, as the world sees her again, even if it's just through one photo, we all realize she's not gone. She was just doing her duty. And yes, we're all waiting. We know the time will come when Taehyung returns not just as a soldier but as an artist who is more mature, stronger, and perhaps more legendary than ever. And perhaps most touching of all is the fact that even though it's just a photo, its emotional impact on ARMY is real. We're talking about millions of people around the world collectively feeling the same thing at the same time: emotion, relief, pride, and of course longing. This is no ordinary phenomenon. This is proof that Taehyung isn't just an artist. He's a walking memory. His every appearance revives thousands of memories of BTS golden days and indirectly reminds us of who we were when we first loved them. And now, let's look at it from a strategic perspective. Many are thinking, is this intentional? And honestly, it could be. Could be that the Korean military or the agency had a strong reason why they allowed this photo to spread. 'Cause in showbiz, nothing is truly accidental. Even in silence, Taehyung is still playing a role. He shows that he is still relevant, still present, even without words. A silent message that is stronger than 1,000 press statements. It's also a kind of bridge, a slow transition that connects two worlds, the world they were in as idols and the military world they're in now. And this photo, while seemingly simple, could be part of a larger puzzle that HYBE is putting together for their post-military big comeback. 'Cause trust me, BTS won't be making a mediocre return. There will be a buzz. And perhaps Taehyung's sudden appearance is the first signal of the storm to come. But back to his personal side, this appearance also illustrates how strong Taehyung's own character is. Many idols, when they enter the military, are slowly forgotten. But Taehyung? One photo is enough to shake up global trending. This proves that his magnetic personality is no joke. He's not just loved for being handsome or talented, but because he's authentic, full of aura, and irreplaceable. And speaking of irreplaceable, armies didn't keep quiet either. Through the photo surface, the internet was immediately flooded with fan-made works. Starting from digital paintings, nostalgic video edits, threads discussing the changes in Taehyung's face from debut to now. Some even made special poems and songs just based on his facial expressions in the photo. Sounds over the top? Not really. 'Cause this is what happens when someone becomes a part of many people's lives, even without ever meeting them. We live in an era where connections don't have to be physical. And BTS, especially Taehyung, managed to build an emotional connection that far transcends borders, language, and even logic. And it happened because over the years, he gave the most honest version of himself to the public. Not contrived, not over-polished. Taehyung is tame, mysterious, sensitive, elegant, and still human. And if you're asking, what's next after this? Then the answer is, we wait. 'Cause BTS is not a group that moves without a plan. Their every move is purposeful, and we can be sure that this appearance is not the end. Instead, it's a prelude. Maybe in the near future we'll see more photos. Or maybe Taehyung will give us his usual handwritten message. Or maybe he'll show up in a military training video like at the inauguration. We don't know. But that's the interesting thing. Because in BTS world, the silence is never empty. Their silence is always full of meaning. And for ARMY, this is more than just good news. It's a morale booster. In the midst of all the waiting, the stresses of life, or just plain hard days, seeing that Taehyung is okay, performing calmly and decisively is like a reminder that everything will be okay. That sometimes we just need to hold on. 'Cause they, BTS and Taehyung, are persevering too. So, for those of you who may have lost your way yesterday due to unbearable longing, this photo isn't just a consolation. It's a sign that our story isn't over yet. That time will go on, and eventually they will return stronger, more powerful, and more lit than ever. And when that day comes, we will remember this moment. When one photo changed everything. When one sudden appearance reignited the spirit of millions of hearts. And when the world was reminded that BTSV wasn't done yet. He's just preparing for something bigger. We're waiting, Tae. We're here. As always,